What if I told you this fertilized duck egg, wriggling with life, is a beloved street food in the Philippines? Developed 14 to 21 days inside the shell, the embryo's heartbeat is still visible through the membrane. Some say it tastes like liquid energy. Over 10,000 street vendors sell it daily nationwide, often cracking it open to mix with vinegar, salt, and chile. At 25 g of protein, double a regular egg, it's a powerhouse snack for workers and warriors alike. This tradition dates back to the 16th century, when Filipino warriors ate it for strength and vitality, and it's still thriving today. And yet, it's been a cultural cornerstone for centuries. What other secrets does this tiny egg hold? What if I told you a single sandwich fuels a $1 billion street food empire? Over 15,000 banh mi shops operate daily in Vietnam alone, turning out millions of these iconic sandwiches. Artisans assemble each banh mi in under 90 seconds using 5+ fresh ingredients like pickled vegetables, herbs, and spicy patties. Banh mi ranks as Asia's third most popular street food, trailing only dumplings and noodles. But here's what scientists still can't explain: its legendary crunch. A 72-hour fermentation process creates those perfect 400+ air pockets, nature's secret to that addictive bite. Next time you eat one, remember, you're biting into a $1 billion global phenomenon. What if I told you Brazilians eat 1.2 billion of these cheesy bites every year? This national obsession uses just 2 ingredients: cassava flour and 40% cheese by weight, no eggs, no butter. Born in the 16th century, miners relied on it for energy during Brazil's gold rushes. Each bite packs 150 to 200 calories but keeps you full for over 4 hours. The dough is so elastic, it stretches into 3-foot-long strands without breaking. How did such a simple recipe become a national obsession? What if I told you a crispy pancake hides a 1,000-year-old secret? Its batter blends 30% rice flour with 70% coconut milk, creating a crackling, spongy base in just 2 minutes at 390 degrees Fahrenheit. Each pancake is stuffed with shrimp, pork, bean sprouts, lettuce, and fresh herbs, a flavor explosion loved by 80% of Vietnamese households. But here's what most people don't know: the batter ferments overnight, activating enzymes that create its signature texture. This ancient technique turns simple ingredients into a New Year's tradition that's still perfecting itself after a millennium. Want to taste history? Your kitchen might already have the ingredients. What if a pancake had 40 layers and weighed over half a kilo? Meet murtabak, a Malaysian street food with up to 40 delicate dough layers, each folded by hand into a savory masterpiece. A single serving can hit 500 grams, equivalent to 10 average burgers, stuffed with eggs, chicken, or shrimp. Over 200 hawker stalls in Kuala Lumpur serve it daily, but one chef just shattered the record. In 2023, a chef crafted an 88-layer murtabak, taking 4 hours to fold, breaking the previous record by 32 layers. How do you even eat something this complex? One legendary bite at a time. What if 4 skewers could feed an entire continent's obsession with fire? Nigerian suya spices blend over 20 ingredients: chile, ginger, nutmeg, creating a flavor explosion that's sold $3.5 billion worth of street food annually. In Lagos, 70% of office workers eat suya weekly, often with fried plantains, fueling the city's 24/7 street food frenzy. Now, suya's magic is spreading globally, exported to 40+ countries, from Tokyo to New York. Chefs are reimagining it on burgers, ramen, even sushi, but can anything rival the original? One bite, and you'll understand why the world is chasing Nigeria's flavor lightning. What if I told you Argentina's most iconic street food hides 100 grams of beef in a single pastry? Argentinians devour 5 million of these beef-filled pastries daily, 1.8 billion annually nationwide. Each empanada's flaky dough hides 8 layers created through 3 precise rounds of folding and rolling. This meaty tradition dates back 500 years to Spanish colonization, now a national obsession. In 2019, a vendor smashed 1,234 empanadas in 1 hour using 23 stoves. Can you keep up? One bite and you'll understand why Argentinians call this their portable powerhouse. What if I told you this flatbread has more layers than a wedding cake? Each piece starts as simple dough, folded 16 times to create 256 delicate layers, double the pages of a thick novel. Cooked just 30 seconds per side over open flames, it puffs like a balloon before crisping into art. Born in 17th century Morocco, 40,000 plus street stalls now serve this flaky treasure daily. But here's what truly astounds. The dough stretches 12 inches wide, yet becomes see-through when held to light. How do they make something so fragile, so explosive? What if the snack you're eating has been hiding in cannonballs for centuries? In Istanbul, 15,000 street vendors sell this golden bread ring every morning, but its story runs deeper than breakfast. 10 million of these simits are devoured daily across Turkey, a tradition dating back to 1462 when a Persian baker revolutionized Ottoman soldier rations. Each perfect ring uses exactly 1,000 sesame seeds, a precise count passed down through generations for maximum crunch and flavor. But here's the shocking twist: its circular shape wasn't just for symmetry, it was engineered to fit perfectly into Ottoman cannonballs as portable soldier food. Next time you bite into a simit, remember, you're chewing history that once traveled through fire and war. What if Bosnia's most iconic street food hides a 500-year-old secret? These grilled meat cylinders originated in 1531 during Ottoman rule as a portable snack for soldiers and travelers. Today, 200,000 Bosnian households eat cevapi daily, made from a precise 70% beef, 30% pork blend for maximum flavor. The secret? Grilling at 240 degrees Celsius 464 degrees Fahrenheit for exactly 90 seconds creates that perfect crispy exterior while locking in juices. But the real shocker? The first recipe was written in 1531 by a Sarajevo butcher who mixed 12 spices in one batch to win a royal contest. How did one butcher's secret recipe become a national obsession that still sizzles through Bosnia today? What if a snack could pack 2 million heat units in every bite? Gunna's Kelawheel uses bird's eye chilies, each packing 50,000 to 100,000 Scoville units, 10 times hotter than a jalapeno. In Accra alone, over 15,000 street vendors fry this fiery snack daily, turning it into a 2 million weekly serving festival staple. The secret? Plantains are split into precise 7-inch strips to soak up maximum spice, a technique honed over 200 years. And here's the twist: this ancient method creates a flavor explosion that even ghost pepper lovers call unreal. Is the world ready for 2 million Scoville units in every bite? What if 2 million smoky sticks are devoured daily in Manila? Let's crack this sizzling mystery. These skewers hit 230 degrees Celsius in just 3 to 5 minutes, charring pork intestines to perfection, every bite a crackling explosion. A secret blend of chile, garlic, black pepper, soy sauce, and calamansi marinates each stick for maximum flavor. Since the 1970s, these 10 to 15 Cuban pesos skewers have fueled Manila's nights, 50 years of smoky street tradition. Here's the twist: 80% of vendors give free calamansi for that tangy kick, because the best bites are stolen with citrus. Next time you crave fire, remember, Manila's streets burn brighter than you imagined. What if I told you these tiny skewers sell 1 million daily across Bangkok? They're grilled at 200 degrees Celsius for just 2 minutes per side, perfectly seared without a single burn. The magic sauce? 30% palm sugar creates that caramelized crunch you can't stop eating. Street vendors flip 500 plus skewers a day during peak season, each one a juicy, flavorful masterpiece. But here's the real secret: a splash of coconut water locks in 98% moisture. Science meets street food, and the world is obsessed. What if your heart could beat 1,000 times in 30 seconds? In Peru, they grill them to perfection. Each anticucho uses 300 grams of beef heart, the most muscular cut of cattle, packed with intense flavor. Marinated in 15% vinegar for 4 hours, tough cardiac fibers break down into juicy tenderness. Served with potatoes in Lima's markets since the Inca Empire, over 500 years of heartbeats on a stick. Here's the twist: the heart's natural 0.5% lactic acid actually supercharges the marinade's tenderizing power. One bite and you'll understand why Peruvians call this the food of warriors. What if a humble loaf of bread changed an entire nation's food culture? Let's talk about the 12-inch marvel that defied apartheid-era rules, and still burns bright today. Born in 1950 Sophiatown, Johannesburg, this sandwich became a symbol of resilience. Indian laborers faced strict food restrictions, so they packed 400 grams of spicy curry into a single loaf, enough to feed two. Each bite packs 1,000 to 2,000 Scoville units, just as fiery as a jalapeno. The heat wasn't just for flavor, it masked the taste of stretched ingredients during hard times. But here's the wild part: the name bunny chow doesn't come from an animal. It's the sound people made when gnawing into the bread, bunny chow, like a hungry rabbit. A street food legend forged in struggle, now loved worldwide. Next time you eat one, remember, that crunch isn't just bread, it's history.